I've always been used because I'm a good guy. And women, when they meet me, they say, I can use this son of a bitch. I push him around. He's an easygoing guy. So I do it. But finally I get to resent it a bit.
What do you resent?
Just being pushed.
Pushed?
Yeah.
Once you go into the realm of insanity, promoted as normalcy, there's no limit. Once you've acquiesced to give up sensibilities and test the waters, that there's nothing to stop it going the whole way into utter madness. And it's very cleverly designed madness to benefit your rulers. And you do have rulers. You really do have rulers. You think that, look at the news. The news is a soap opera today. That's what news is. It's a soap opera. Doesn't matter what side of the news you're looking at, it's a soap opera. It really is. Because really, what are you being told about anything? Nothing. Nothing that matters. Nothing that matters. The same agenda goes on, regardless of what party appears to be in power, which tells you there's a bigger party way above them. And boy, are they really having a party. Because they always get what they want. And sure enough, they're after John McCain. Goes over to the Middle East and so on, and comes back again. Bingo, all the embargoes are back on Syria, and they want him out, they want Assad out, and yada, yada, yada. And they're trying to make a deal, of course, McCain and the rest of them with Russia. And they'll get what they want if they bribe enough people off. That's how things work. And it's sad, that, isn't it? But you can buy people off that will even destroy their own people in the process. That's awfully sad about human nature. It really is. But it's as old as the hills, that whole thing. The money men always get what they want. They can always bribe certain people. Always. But tonight I will put up other links, as I say, apart from the mind control and all that. I'll put other links to Syria, because it's kind of important, isn't it? So this whole back and forth with Syria, and you think, for goodness sake, maybe they're going to get some peace after, but no, there's never any peace. There's never any peace. As I say, I put up Brandon's stuff on Syria. 1983, CIA document reveals plan to destroy Syria and foreshadows current crisis. It was up on March the 2nd, 2017. And it says, as the Syrian crisis enters its 6th year, the Donald Trump administration is looking more and more like the Obama administration every day. With the Trump regime refusing to open useful dialogue with Russia regarding Syria, its obvious anti-Iran and pro-Israel positioning, and support from the very questionable safe zone plan for Syria, the odds for a rational US policy in regards to Syria has lower and lower odds of existence as time progresses. And things just go on and on. I mean, I've given lots of talks over the years about why bother voting. Really? Why bother voting when it's rather obvious? And mind you, too, even if you had someone genuine that you voted in, if a miracle could happen, if that was possible, do you really think that one person could change it all? Because there's a massive machinery there around them and above them that stops them doing what they want to do anyway. You imagine all the folk getting slaughtered all the time for long-term plans that most folk don't even know are going on half the time. But it's no different to the plans against you, your culture, anything left of your culture. In fact, even you as an individual is going on all the time as well. Constantly. Really. If you understood that you can't relax in a system where all the different sciences and psychologies and behaviorism are working very cleverly and coordinated too by those who own the world to make sure that you are dysfunctional and that you will not be a problem to the masters your entire life long, or else, as I've read already in tonight's talk. And here's another article here too, and I can't find it anywhere else just at the moment, but it's from March the 3rd, 2017, and it's from a Chilean site, newspaper. It says, just a matter of days after John McCain's unusual trip to Syria and Turkey, the Turkish government has cut off water supplies from the Euphrates River into northern Syria, violating international conventions on water rights. Now, if this is true, why isn't that been on the news here? Anyway, so according to the Kurdish Hawar news agency, Turkey cut water supplies to Syria around February 23rd, which subsequently forced a hydroelectric plant at the Tishreen Dam to shut down, while also significantly reducing water levels on its associated reservoir. The dam supplies both water and power to key parts of northern Syria, such as the city of Manbij and other parts of the predominantly Kurdish Kobani canton. It also irrigates over 640,000 hectares of farmland. Well, there you go. You really get fed up with it. You really do. But I mean, I've said before, living is like constant deja vu. You've seen it all before. You've read articles from years ago when they talked about what they plan to do. Because the big boys love to publish their plans if you know where to look. And they do. And it gets awfully boring watching it all happen. But it really does reinforce the fact that you're not living in what you think is a stumble along reality. It's not like that at all. It's so far from that in every direction. Right down to the minutiae of how your life is controlled as well. And just like monkey see, monkey do, because this really comes from a movie. I'm sure there was movies out about this years ago about teenagers committing suicide as part of a social media game. It's actually happening in real life. It just shows you the effects of all this. And it's dreamed up by the experts who know what they're doing, who work with the psychologists and the behaviorists and the target age groups, and they know exactly what they're doing. And it says Russian teenagers committing suicide as part of a bizarre social media game called Blue Whale Police. And it says two schoolgirls felt their deaths after taking part in the suicide game. And it's on social media. I'm not surprised, because when you're really young, people they're very impressionable. Often they don't know what's real and what isn't real, what's fantasy, what's not fantasy. And the more they get engrossed into games and the technology used in creating the games and working on their own brains, the easier it is to believe it's all real. They haven't matured yet, they're still maturing, and it's easy to be controlled. And I tell you, the big corporations and organizations that control our brains and our minds and the cultures will be studying them intently as some sort of trial study on things they can actually use on the whole population eventually, because they really want to depopulate much, much quicker than they've been doing, and they've got to get us to do it all for them and to be happy doing it as well. Sad, isn't it, how so perfectly we're understood? But it's mainly because you've never understood yourself. You haven't really understood reality, because your master has decided not to let you. That's how it really is. People like Bertrand Russell didn't just put out books to do with wishes, how he wished things would be, or write a list and put up the chimney to Santa Claus. He worked with the big organizations that were given governmental authority to recreate new cultures for the Western societies. To the music, to the open sex, to everything. To the destruction of marriage, right down to even abortion, where you've got other personalities coming out saying it's a great thing a great thing to abort children. When your society has got to that stage, you're over the edge of destruction. And it's literally, if it goes unchecked, hell is brought down upon everyone. And it'll be carefully managed as well, as we all go down the tubes. But as Bertrand Russell said, there's nothing with the right sciences and chemicals added and all the rest of it, there's nothing you cannot make people believe. Nothing.